back to Romance and Rosé, book recs by color, where I go through my rainbow bookshelves giving you color coordinated top tier romance book recommendations. Today is St. Patrick's Day. Can you guess what color we'll be working with today? I'm sure you guessed it. Green. And this is your lucky day because all of these recommendations, chef's kiss, or should I say leprechaun's kiss? Starting off with one that I do not have a physical copy of, but I needed to include anyway because it is a St. Patrick's Day primal chase play novella, Four Leaf by Jacquot. It's 5-star, childhood friends to lovers. It's one of my favorite novellas of all time. Twisted Lies by Huang. This book gets a lot of hate. I am a Christian Harper stan. The way this man was obsessed with her, I can't get over it. And I also love a man with skills. And this man had a very particular set of skills. If you need a job done, who are you gonna call? Christian Harper. Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey. Me and Mr. Rosé love Tessa Bailey. And this happens to be our favorite one she's ever written. Even though we haven't gotten to Dream Girl drama yet, this one is particularly special to me because it is a golfer romance and I loved it. I loved every second of it. People should write more golfer romances. This next one, brand new, hot off the press, Wild Side by Elsie Silver, the third book in the Rose Hill series, all of which are fantastic. Wild Side, can we talk about this cover though? It's so cute, even the pages are green. This is a romance between a WWE wrestler and a professional chef. It's also a marriage of convenience, which in general is not my favorite trope, but this one was done so right. It actually may be one of my favorite Elsie Silver books to date, which is saying a lot because I do feel like she's an author for me who just can't write a bad book. Another Elsie favorite of mine, Hopeless. This one is an age gap, ex-military, sort of just like the free-spirited, wild, like say every intrusive thought female lead meets like the grumpy, more closed off, reserved male lead. It's just another marriage of convenience. See, I think it's just Elsie Silver. I think Elsie Silver just knows how to write any trope in a way that makes sense and is palatable, tasteful, delicious. Blindside by Kandi Steiner. This is actually the only book in the stack here that I have not read, but it was green. I know that it is a football romance and I have never heard an ill word about this book, okay? So if you like sports, if you like college, if you like football, if you like spice, and Kandi Steiner always likes to throw a little bit of angst in there too. I'm definitely going to be diving into this Red Zone Rival series. In fact, on Audible, you can get a bundle where it's every audio in that series kind of in one package for one credit. So I'm gonna be definitely listening to this series probably this summer. Lovelight Farms by BK Borison. And although this is a holiday book, it is green and it is 5 stars. It's got a little bit of spice, but I definitely wouldn't consider it smutty. And it is just a feel-good, foot-kicking holiday romance. Viciously Yours by Jamie Applegate Hunter. Mr. Rosé listened to this book as well and gave it a 10 out of 10. I think he rated it like 5 boners. He thought it was so hot. Fated mates situation. Not necessarily dark, but the hero takes Touch Her and Die to a whole new level. It's more like Touch Her and Castration. But it's so good, and book 2 is coming out, I think, in just a couple months here, and I cannot wait. Pray Tell by Amanda Richardson. Chase Ravage is in my book boyfriend hall of fame. If you like chase play, primal play, brother's best friend, age gap, this has everything. This motherfucker loved her so much. His attention to detail and the care he took in taking care of the female lead in this before they were even together. He loved her from a distance. He protected her from a distance. But when he snaps, he can't be stopped. And I like that. A Real Good Bad Thing by Lauren Blakely. Lauren Blakely is just another level when it comes to spicy rom-coms. This one is about two strangers who have a fabulously spicy one-night stand, and then they come to realize that they are both treasure hunters after the same prize. So it becomes enemies to lovers, rivals. Obviously there's tons of trying to resist each other, and I'm sure you can imagine how that goes. Super fun, just a good time. The Fucking Wrong Date by C.R. Jane. All the books in this series, but in particular this green one is one of my favorites. Walker, aka Disney Davis. This Prince Charming is just the right amount of psycho, just the right amount of possessive. And when I say that, I mean for me. For me, in a fictional man, he's just the right amount. For some people, it's a lot. It's a lot. All of the men in this Fucking Wrong series are crazy, lack boundaries, understanding of a lot of things. But they are so fun, so entertaining. They're kind of like, I would consider them dark hockey rom-coms. They deal with a lot of heavy themes when it comes to these characters, especially the female leads' real lives. But the men come in their own psychotic way, bring love and levity and just so much spice. And lastly, we have Royally in Trouble by Meghan Quinn. Now this is book 2 in a duet, but it's kind of like a spicy Princess Diaries retelling. The first book is more like Princess Diaries, and then the second book is sort of like everything going to hell in a handbasket before they regroup and they make it work again. A lot more angst, a lot more drama, but Meghan Quinn is another one of those authors who can just do no wrong in my eyes. She is perfect and has never written a book that I didn't adore. And that's everything. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Thanks for sticking around and going through all of my fabulous green book recommendations for you. And you know, if you read these with the right heart behind it, you might get lucky yourself. Happy reading.